boy, I started when I was a little lad. I used to go to the Saturday morning pictures, and half time used to have a talent show, and I used to go there and they used to call me Little Cliff. I used to do a little Cliff impression, and got the bug really was, you know, the 60s and you know, music was really kind of became everything. Went out and bought a guitar and tried to do like
Your first number one was Naughty Naughty?
It was number one on rock radio in America, Naughty Naughty, but it was, I think on the Billboard chart, I only got into the 20s.
Oh, quite an achievement.
Oh yeah, it was the first record I'd made. Fantastic.
Your most successful track is St. Elmo's Fire, or rather Man in Motion.
Yeah.
Which was written for the film of the same name?
Yeah, it was written for the Brat Pack with Demi Moore and Emilio Estevez. But actually the real story behind it was, during that time of recording the song, I came across a fellow called Rick Hansen who was trying to raise awareness for spinal research. He planned to go around the world in a wheelchair to raise money and awareness, and his tour was called the Man in Motion Tour. So I actually managed to use the film company into thinking that the lyrics were about their movie, when in actual fact, next time you listen to the words, it's entirely about a guy trying to go around the world in a chair.
With that track, you worked with the famous record producer David Foster.
David Foster, yeah, he was kind of king of the hill, and you know, then, well, very much still is. Fortunately, I didn't know too much about him at the time, so it was, you know, I wasn't too much in awe, if you like, and I think it worked. We just clicked, David and I, and we've done a few projects together.
Okay, so can you tell us a little bit about your work with Meatloaf?
Yeah, Meatloaf was, he was really the first crack of opening into a big-time career. I've been playing the club for 20 years in England without getting a record deal. And almost was on the verge of giving up, and I started to write songs and send the cassettes out to people. And Meatloaf was the first one that did. The manager rang me and said Meatloaf really liked the work. Arranged a meeting, and within 3 months I was over in Connecticut living with him and his family and working on the day with his band. My first 6 marathon tour.
Wow. So that's quite an achievement.
It was amazing, you know, I mean, it was literally, you know, kind of your darkest hour as a musician, or I think anybody that's trying to pursue their dreams. And when it looks like both age and, you know, and business against you, it wasn't going to happen, and then all of a sudden the wheel turns and you're in the pack line.
One of the other great achievements you had was with St. Elmo's Fire got to number 1 in the US. Well, for anybody, whether you're American or otherwise, to get number 1 in the US is amazing, really.
Yeah, you know, it's funny. I think knowing what I know now, what I've learned in the 20 years since St. Elmo's Fire, I'm kind of glad I didn't know how big the barriers were. For me, it was just do the best you can do, go out and really promote the record, playing live. And I kind of shook hands with almost every DJ in America. Literally, we do 13 or 14 cities in 10 days. You know, simultaneously, this was the Naughty Naughty time, and kind of built a friendship with radio, and people kind of wanted me to succeed, and the next thing was St. Elmo's, and it just catapulted me into the front line.
So you were pretty much thrust straight into the big time?
Well, very much so, yeah. It was, you know, my first tour of America was with Toto, and then the next one was Tina Turner, and then Parr, and then Brian Adams. It just seemed to be, you know, seemed to be no stopping to it. And again, the movies, you know, the movies were coming at the same time.
Because, of course, you did a lot of work on the Schwarzenegger film.
Yeah, the Stephen King book, The Running Man, was directed by, do you remember Starsky and Hutch?
Yeah, definitely.
Years ago, well, it was Paul Michael Glaser was the director of The Running Man. It was his first movie, Stephen King book, and Arnie was, of course, the biggest star in the world at that time. And they said, if we like the tune you wrote, you get to make the video with Arnie. And I went to Munich and worked with the great Harold Faltermeyer, and we wrote Restless Heart for the soundtrack of the movie. They loved it, and I got to share the screen with Arnie.
That's a pretty good deal, to be fair.
It was good. I wasn't complaining.
You have a gig on the 18th of April in Birmingham.
Very different gig for me. I've not done this before. We're doing a very small, the Library Theatre in Birmingham. But what we're doing is I made a movie produced a movie in 2004, tried to, you know, win some film festivals with it, and it's never been seen in England. So we're going to show this film. It's a 30-minute short called Road to Damascus. So we're going to show that first, and then I'm going to do the one-man show after.
I'll be attending that, and as I'm aware, this is available for that. Right then, so can you just tell us about any of the current projects you're working on, or anything you're doing now?
Yeah. Well, the thing that's just kind of been put to bed is I did a Hollywood movie, some music for a film called The Brothers Solomon. We just finished that, and I'm just working on a brand new project for the police. Actually, we're doing. There's a terrible thing going on in the world from human trafficking, particularly with children. And I was approached by somebody from the Home Office who asked me whether I could possibly write a song that kind of highlighted the cause. And I've just finished that, and there's a big kind of meeting of the powers that be on Monday, and they're going to decide whether they're going to do the big campaign with this song underneath it called Stop Trafficking. Fantastic, man. Well,
the voice and man behind US #1 hit St. Elmo's Fire, Grammy-nominated artist John Parr brings his electrifying one-man show to the Birmingham Library Theatre on Friday 18th of April. Birmingham Library Theatre, Paradise Circus, Birmingham City Centre. Tickets £6 on the door, £5 in advance from www.birminghamboxoffice.com or from www.barrytomsmediagroup.com.